Hello students, today we have seen class 7th English chapter number 3.4 the Brook Workshop all questions and answers. Question number 1, read the poem aloud with proper pace and rhythm. Ans- Answer, students can do it on your own. Question number 2, find the meaning of the following words or phrases. Answer is, first, ridges, high edges along a mountain. Second, brimming, full of something. Third, eating, moving fast in circles. Fourth, babble, to make a noise as if talking too much. Fifth, fallow, land that is not planted with crops. Sixth, trout, a brown fish that lives in rivers or lakes. Seventh, netted, like a net. Question number 3. Answer the following. First, who is the speaker in this poem? Answer is, the brook is the speaker in this poem. Second, which lines are repeated in the poem? What do they mean? Answer is, lines repeated for men may come and men may go, but I go on for forever, meaning these lines indicate that the river lives much longer than human beings. Third, where does the brook join the river? Answer is, the brook joins the river by Philip's farm. Fourth, mention the various places that the brook flows past. Answer is, the brook flows past the haunts of Coot and Hun, the valley, hills, ridges, villages, bridge, Philip's farm, stony ways, eating beds, fields and fallows, and Bramley wilderness. Fifth, often the brook speaks of itself as if it is human. For example, I bicker down a valley. Find two other examples of the human activities of the brook. Answer is, first, I chatter over stony ways. Second, and murmur under moon and stars. Question number 4. Spot and write any three alliterative phrases or sentences from the poem. Alliterative phrases or sentences are those in which the same sound is repeated. Answer is, first, by many, a field and fallow. Second, and here and there, a foamy flake. Third, above the golden gravel. 4. I sleep, I slide, I gloom, I glance. Question number 5. List the prepositions you find in this poem. Answer is, from, of, among, down, between, by, over, into, on, with, upon, above, for, against, under, round. 6. List the phrases which have the expressions many a. Answer is, many a curve, many a field and fallow, many a ferry for a land, many a silvery water break. Question number 7. The poet uses words to create pictures or images in the reader's mind. For example, and sparkle out among the faint, write down other lines that create images or pictures in your mind. Any three. Answer is, first, by 20 Thorpes. Second, a little town and half a hundred bridges. Third, by 30 hills, a hurry down. 4. I make the netted sunbeam dance. Fifth, against my sandy shallows. Question number 8. Write a short autobiography of a brook. Answer is, the brook, the mountain is my father and the glacier is my mother. I am born in the lap of slopy, snowy terrain. Yes, you guess it right. I am Miss Real, the bubbly, ever youthful Brook. I start my journey from the slopes of the mighty mountains. Many of my brothers and sisters join me, making me look fatter. I express my happiness by dancing and jumping as I came down the valley. I am ever so glad to help birds and animals by quenching their thirst. The trees in the valley are so grateful to me that they honor me by showering flowers upon me. My graceful flow is adored by many frogs and fishes who take a dip in my waters. I am obstructed by many boulders, but I do not stop. I find my way by curving around them. By the time I meet the big river, many small rivulets have joined me. But today their number is decreasing. I heard some men saying that the rains are decreasing each year. If this goes on, I might get thinner and thinner and die one day. Question number 9. Which other things in nature can say, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever? Answer is the sun, stars, clouds, moon, wind, space are things in nature that can say the given lines. Question number 10. Use the internet, your school library, or other sources for the following activities. First, try to find other nature poems. Second, draw or collect landscapes that can be used as illustrations for this poem. Answer is trees I think that I shall never see. A poem is lovely as a tree. A tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the sweet earth's flowing breast. A tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, इझी सोल्युशन क्लासेस चॅनलवर सर्व विषयांचे स्वाध्याय अपलोड करत आहोत. चॅनलला सबस्क्राईब करा आणि सोप्या भाषेतील स्वाध्याय अभ्यासा. थँक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.